All right, so the first thing I talked about is the party system. So the party system is something that's been around in a couple other games. Most notably, obviously, we have a party system in World of Warcraft, and even though that game's a role-playing game, we didn't feel like there was any reason why we couldn't bring that over to Star 2. So it kind of works the same way as you would see in World of Warcraft. So you can invite somebody to your party. In this case, I'm being invited to a party. And you look up in the upper right-hand corner, now you can see all my party members. So now we're in a party, and the big advantage of being in a party is we can talk with each other very easily. And the other thing is that we automatically go into games together. So whoever the party leader is, they can select whatever game that we're going to play. In this case, we're selected the 2v2 option. I can select my race, and then we go into the game together, and then when the game's over, we also come back into the service together also. So we can just play as this persistent party and play as many games we want to play until the party breaks up. So this would be an example of once the game starts, waiting for other players, and then load into the game itself. All right, so here's some screens. This is an example of what might happen once you've played in the service for like 10-ish games. It might be a little bit longer than that. You get placed in the league, so there's an example of that where I got selected to be put into the 1v1 Gold League. And now I'm going to talk a little about custom games. So I talked a little bit earlier about one of the problems we felt in Warcraft 3 was the custom game list was kind of this mishmash. You know, you'd see a whole bunch of Dota games, and probably most of those Dota games said things like "no noobs, please." It was like that was the entirety of the game list. If you wanted to find an interesting game or a game you want to play, you really couldn't do it. So this is the example of how this list would look. So if you look at the very top, there's the example of Dota All-Stars. So all the different Dota games would be consolidated into that one line under just the name of the map itself. So you're really searching for the type of the map, the game type, or things like that. And if you look at the top, there's also kind of a filter by genre. So you can even like subdivide further and actually filter it even more. So this is an example of that. So under this one, I actually selected co-op skirmish. So now it filters it entirely, and even Dota itself went away since that's not considered a co-op skirmish map. And then this is an example of how you create a custom game. You know, very similar again, very straightforward, very easy to do. One of the things that we added, which is kind of cool, is kind of this, one of the things you can do now is you can create a custom game, and then when you go into the game lobby, you can actually have the game lobby be private. And then invite all your friends, get the teams configured how you want, and then if you notice, like right above my name, there's that button that says open to public, and once you punch that button, what it does is now it broadcasts the game to the game list. So you don't have to kind of do that thing you did in the past where you have to jump in the game, kick a bunch of players, wait till your friends get in, try to coordinate. You know, just go ahead and go into the private game lobby, then invite all your friends, then you can go ahead and publish the game to the game list and get the rest of the players into the game. So this is an example. I already showed you the friends list within the game, but this is an example of what's going to look like when you're just kind of within the glue screens within the UI. And the chat's a little bit different than we did in the past. We decided to switch the chat system over to more of an instant messenger style chat. So it's a lot easier for you to organize. It's a lot easier to have conversations with one person or multiple people.